In the last episode, I was talking about how we reach the point of fluency, being fluent in another language, and then what's the next step afterwards. And I briefly mentioned the that we have to be an expert in a certain field. Otherwise, we won't be able to make any contribution to society. We'll only be able to speak the language to a degree that you can only survive with that language. We don't really make anything out of it, but just living for survival reasons. That's all. If you, that's all you can do with the generalized or standardized fluency of the language, whether it's be your first language or second language. So, what is really expertise? What I mean by that. So, let me give you an example here. So, think of a living organism, a tree, for instance. When was your first time seeing one? So tree, I mean the noun name tree. In Korean, it's namu, or in Chinese, it's shu. So if you just learn these words, that's all you know, right? As an average person, layman, you don't really dive deep into that the science, natural science, and what are the components of a tree? For example, you don't really have the in-depth knowledge and the names of things inside a tree. You might know some of them, but you're not really specialized in that field, so you're unable to explain thoroughly to the person. So, as we specialize in a field of studies, we our depth of understanding of that discipline deepens with time and our effort. And this is something an average person wouldn't be able to do so. But if you only have standardized fluency in the language, then you only know the surface level of knowledge of any fields. You won't be able to deeply engage in the terminological themes of the subject, and you won't be able to analyze the components of many things within that field. You might know like how cell phones work, but when it comes to completely disassemble or dissect the whole part, and then you try to reassemble it, you won't be able to do so because you don't really know, you don't really have that experience, you don't really have that specialty about the cell phone. And a lot of people don't really know how electricity works, for example, what turbines are and what they do, how electricity is generated in the first place, how we receive electricity from the power plants and all that. So these are some of the examples that distinguishes the layman from the specialized people. So you have to choose a specialty. If you don't just live off just being able to speak the language, what you can do, all you can do actually, if you only can speak the language, is to laborious, just labor job, like manual job, working at a factory, or I'm not in no way would I ever offend or look down upon the people who are engaged in this, laborious or manual jobs. But this is a reality. If you only rely on the standardized fluency of your language, so whether it's a first or second language, what all you can do in society is a simple laborious job. Monotonous job, repetitive job that demands your physical labor. So That's the truth, and so that's what I mean by expert. So this is last episode of this whole series, and I again appreciate your time and uh, just you know it's been quite of a journey, and I hope I'll make some more episodes. Maybe create another series on a topic that is related to linguistics or maybe psychology. I'm thinking about doing a psychology degree, so that I'll be like a linguist and psychologist at the same time. Well, title doesn't matter. I guess what matters is what you know and what you do with it. Anyways, thank you for coming by again. It's been a great pleasure to have you guys. Thank you.